flight that has been missing has crashed into the Gulf of Thailand. Airline officials have not confirmed that report, but we are expecting a news conference momentarily from Kuala Lumpur, where the flight originated. Flight MH370 was on its way to Beijing from Kuala Lumpur. The plane is believed to have last made contact with air traffic control in Vietnamese airspace. That was more than 11 hours ago. That was about 2 hours after leaving Kuala Lumpur, when it would have been cruising, and we were told it was cruising at 36,000 feet. Families of the missing, of course, have been fearing the worst. These are pictures from earlier from the Beijing airport. Our David McKenzie just reported families have now been taken to a hotel there in Beijing. China has deployed 2 ships to search the South China Sea along with the Vietnamese officials, and it's those search and rescue efforts that the airline CEO has been concentrating on.
Our focus now is to work with the emergency responders and the authorities and mobilize its full support. And our thoughts and prayers are with all affected passengers and crew and their family members.
A little bit earlier, when we were covering this story, my colleague Jonathan Mann spoke with journalist Shafizan Johari. He attended a news conference given by Malaysia Airlines officials in Kuala Lumpur. Here's that interview.
We learned a lot that we already knew, frankly, from that news conference, but we didn't learn some crucial details, and I'm just wondering if you can tell us about the rescue effort, about what, if anything, is being said in Kuala Lumpur about the search for the people on board.
All right, the rescue effort, yeah. Now, the Malaysia Airlines has been working closely to verify the authenticity of the report, because previously there have been reports saying that the speculation of the aircraft have been landed in Nanning in China. And speaking of the rescue effort, Malaysia Airlines, working with the authorities who have been activated, they are searching the search and rescue team to locate the aircraft, and also been working with the Vietnam government to locate the aircraft. Basically, the CEO of Malaysia Airlines, Ahmad Jawahir, said the aircraft last contact was at the 180 nautical mile east of Kota Kinabalu in South China Sea, and he also confirms that the rescue effort is now in focus in the South China Sea. John.
Malaysia Airlines is a majority state-owned airline. It's the middle of the day there. I imagine people are shocked. Is the government saying much about this?
Well, there's nothing much the government saying as point of time now, but the Minister of Transport is scheduled to give a press conference at 1 p.m. Malaysia time at the KL International Airport very, very soon. John.
I just want to ask you one last question. Malaysia Airlines flies a great many 777s. I think it's more than a dozen.
Yes.
Any word on what's going to happen to the rest of its fleet while this plane is still missing?
According to the CEO, until anything is confirmed, whether it is technical problem or human error, they were still flying the aircraft, the 777-200, which the MH370 was operated.
Shafizan Johari speaking to us on the line from Kuala Lumpur. Thanks very much.
That was a little bit earlier in our coverage. We want to check the weather conditions for the region, because right now there are so many vessels trying to locate this airplane. Samantha Moore is following that part of the story for us from the International Weather Center. Samantha.
Well, Natalie, weather's always a question when we have air crashes such as this one. And you can see it is very, very clear. We just have a few clouds across southeastern Asia. It is hot, it is humid, but it's actually very tranquil as we head through today. Those temperatures incredibly warm, though, at this time. All the active weather here to the north, with a little bit of rain right off the coast of eastern China. We did have some snow earlier from the system well to the north. We have some snow up into Japan, but here in the southern part of Asia, it is definitely a tranquil pattern. In fact, we even have a picture of this is actually a forecast turbulence product that is was put out by WSI. It's a vendor of graphics, and you can see here is Malaysia coming a little closer. We have Indonesia, the Philippines, and there's Vietnam, and then over here is any shade of turbulence, just light to moderate turbulence showing up on the map at the time of the crash. Nothing at all to be concerned about in Malaysia itself, and those conditions at the time of takeoff in Kuala Lumpur, 26 degrees, the winds were light, the visibility was good, Natalie, so weather was definitely not a factor in this incident.
Adding more questions to the mystery of this tragedy. Samantha Moore, Samantha, thank you.
You bet.
We'll bring you more right after this. Stay with us.